What's up, everybody? Welcome to this latest episode of FM's Funko Features, and we're kicking things off as usual with a featured collection. This collection is from John, who has a YouTube channel called Crazy About Disney, and you can see right away, of course, that he very much is into Disney with that selection of pops there behind him. I noticed that he has the Hades pop, which I'm a fan of that pop, and even though I don't really collect Disney, that's one Chase figure. If I saw the Chase of Hades at a good price, I might have to go for it. I really do like the look of that. You know, it's not just because it's a Chase. I just really like the look of that character with the red and the glow. I think it is pretty awesome. You see here that he's holding the Genie with Lamp pop figure, which there is supposed to be that glow-in-the-dark specialty series variant coming out pretty soon here. Again, I don't really collect Disney, but I think I'm going to try to get that one for a couple of friends of mine. And I definitely want to hear John's reaction, and, you know, those of you that are watching this, your reaction to seeing Will Smith as Genie. For me personally, I'm just going to say I hope that they are not done with the effects. I feel like his performance is going to be good. You know, maybe not Robin Williams good necessarily, but I think he's going to give a good performance. I just am worried about those effects. I hope that, you know, they're still in the process with that. You know, we'll see how that turns out, but definitely share your reaction in the comments. So we're going to get into John's email here. My name is John. I'm a Disney-loving YouTuber, crazy about Disney, and have been a Funko Pop collector for 1.5 years now. My first pop was Mickey Mouse from the Disney line, which was given to me as a gift from my mom. Ever since then, I've started collecting pops. I do want to point out, if you want some of the earlier Disney figures, they're not all vaulted and expensive. Some of them were reproduced, and they may not be high value, but if you want certain Disney characters, you can track them down. But you'll probably need to check like local stores mainly, maybe not, you know, major retailers, because, you know, they tend to focus on what's new. But try to see what local stores sell pops in your area, and you might come across some of those older Disney pops, including maybe some that are difficult to find, but mostly the ones that were reproduced. I collect Harry Potter, Stranger Things, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and horror, to name a few, but I still love collecting Disney pops the most. I do want to point out here something. For one thing, you see the variety that he has going on in his collection. So, you know, obviously it's mostly Disney, but he does like to mix things up here. You see that he has that Avatar exclusive from GameStop. He's got some Teen Wolf pops there, Dart from Stranger Things. And man, it feels like Stranger Things is taking so long to come back, but I'm still looking forward to the next season. And you see that on the right side there, that is his Disney Treasures collection. And, you know, at least some of those pops there together, which I really feel like Disney Treasures has been one of the more consistent boxes that Funko has, you know, produced. Most of the boxes have been solid. I think maybe one of the weaker ones was the one that Bambi came in, but, you know, overall Disney Treasures is pretty solid. And the stand that he has there, he had one in that first image that I showed you all as well. You can sometimes find those stands, like the store style stands. You can find them with certain online retailers if you are interested in actually having one of those in your home. In the beginning, I said to myself, maybe I will collect some and see what happens. But I went from my first Mickey Mouse pop to 50 pops altogether, and my collection keeps growing. Instead of saying it all started with the mouse, you can say it all started with my mom, and it started a fun way to collect my childhood and love of Disney. And of course, to the right here, you see, you know, some of his Harry Potter collection going on there. And, you know, we're starting to see some trends with these different collections. Of course, for a lot of people, it is about nostalgia. It's about collecting things that you grew up being a fan of. Something else I've noticed consistently is that there's been a lot of people that say, you know, it's just started off with one or just a couple, and then it ballooned up very quickly from there. This is why I always say to people, you know, you definitely have to pace yourself, because, yeah, that collection can blow up very quickly on you, you know, the number of pops that you have. So you got to figure out what do you want the most sometimes and kind of pace yourself, you know, especially so you don't hurt yourself financially when it comes to collecting. I've got my mom collecting nostalgic Funko Pops here and there, like Smallville and NFL Pops. I know she enjoys it. My mom isn't a big collector, but when I see a big smile on her face, it makes me happy she's enjoying it. You know, I've said before, I think it's very cool when families get into collecting together. The Smallville Pops, I definitely want to hear your opinions about those Pops. I never really followed the series very much. I saw very little of it, to be honest. And the Pops, I don't feel like I heard a lot of people saying much about them. So, you know, you all let me know what you think about how those Smallville Pops turned out. Like I said, I don't even think I know anybody personally that actually picked any of them up. So I'm just curious to see, you know, and to hear what you all think about those. So that pretty much does it for John's collection. You see here to the right again, a good mix of Disney pops that he has there, of course. Very colorful display that he has going on there. Yzma is another one, another Disney pop that really stands out to me. I don't think I would add it to my collection personally, but I do like the look of that pop as well. And that's yet another one I think that had a glow-in-the-dark chase as well. The Flock Sully I'm definitely a fan of. The one that he has there, I think that's the common, but the Flock Sully is another very cool pop. And of course, we all know there's that potential 10-inch Sully on the way. We'll see if that actually pans out or not. But I do want to thank John for sharing his collection. And if you are a big Disney fan, you know, make sure you give his channel a look. Again, it's Crazy About Disney. Make sure you do check him out. Now, for anybody else that has submitted your collection, remember, just be patient. You know, I'll still keep going through the emails and trying to work that out. I do want to say, though, when you submit your collection, please help me out by putting everything into one email. It gets very tricky for me when I have some people that send a couple of pictures here, a couple of pictures there. Their description is separate from their pictures. It just gets a little tough to keep up with. So if you're going to submit your collection, please help me out and make sure you put everything together in one email. That means, you know, the information about yourself and your collecting history and the pictures that you want to share as well. And I do prefer the pictures be attached to the you know, the email that you send, not a link to another website. You know, it just, you know, basically try to make it easier for me. You know, help me out in that way, because like I've been saying, I really want to keep this series going, but I just need that support, you know, and that help to make this easy for me and make everything smooth with the collections. But one more time, I do want to say thank you, John, for sharing your collection. Next up here, we have our featured custom pop artist, Duball Customs. That's the name that he goes by on Instagram. And I've been checking out, you know, some of his customs. I let him know a while ago that he's going to be the next featured custom artist. And I really am glad that I waited, because one of his pops I do want to show off. In fact, you already saw it in the thumbnail, and I'll actually talk about it at the very end of this video, so I will come back to it later on. But yeah, it made me glad that I actually kind of waited to get this together. But right away, you will notice that he focuses on musicians, you know, music artists, which I think is pretty cool that, you know, as a custom artist, he has kind of that niche going on. I notice a lot of custom artists, they kind of find that niche and they just roll with it, and they're very good at it. So you see here, for starters, he has here John Bonham from Led Zeppelin. And I love that he actually has him with the drum kit, you know, that an accurate looking drum kit at that. So that is very cool to start off with here. Next up here, we have the Beatles. And, you know, some people may figure out what head sculpt he used there to make this happen, but it works. I think it absolutely works. And again, what I like about it is the instruments being on point. That is something that is very cool to me. And I know just in general, I think we all would like to see Funko do even more music artists. Now, of course, there are already some Beatles pops out there, but they're vaulted, they're tough to come by, you know. So Beatles, I think, would be cool to see Funko do again. But of course, you know, he has his own set going on right here, which is pretty cool. And then sticking with some music history here, you see that he has Buddy Holly and also Miles Davis. And I think both of them look pretty accurate. It's just, to me, so cool that he did Miles Davis. Miles Davis there looking pretty smooth with the horn. That is pretty awesome in my opinion. And then he has some artists that, you know, of course, younger generation would be more familiar with. Here we have Pink, which you know, some intricate tattooing and all that. Looks pretty on point, you know, and definitely the hair sculpt is on point, you know, that stands out there. Bruno Mars, I gotta say, with the top there, that paint was probably either really fun to do or really tough to do, you know, to get that shirt looking right there. But I think the shirt actually helps it stand out, you know, as Bruno Mars. It definitely works there. And then he has Katy Perry there as well. So, you know, like I said, these modern pop stars, that is very cool that he does them as well. You know, he really has a range of figures that he has created. And I definitely like this as well, that he did Celine Dion. And then, of course, you see here that he has Celine Dion there with Deadpool. If you've seen Deadpool 2, then, of course, you get that reference there. So that is pretty awesome. So there is a reason that he focuses on music artists. And let me share this real quick. Don makes custom Funko Pops for fun. He collects the musicians and puts them on the ledge above the whiteboard in his elementary school music classroom. Students ask about them, which helps to spark their interest in music artists and music history. So that's why he focuses on music artists. He actually teaches music, and I think that is a very clever way for him to get his students interested in learning about these different artists, including artists, you know, from, back in the day that they may not be very familiar with at all. So I think that is very cool, and it's nice, you know, to have you know, some entries here basically from an educator. I think that is pretty cool. So you all do make sure that you check him out on Instagram. Again, it's at Duval Customs. If you have an Instagram account, definitely fly on over there, check him out, you know, show him some love, give him some likes, you know, maybe even give him a follow. I'm sure that he would very much appreciate that. And like I said, he does have one more custom that I will address at the very end of this video. With these videos, of course, you know, I separate it into a featured collector, a custom pop artist, and then a YouTuber. Now, you know, sometimes, you know, there are people that are all three of those, and of course that applies here to BLuv's Place. So yes, she is a YouTuber. She does have a YouTube channel that I would like you to check out. Of course, I will link a video down below. But again, she also is a collector. That's pretty obvious. You know, we're all collectors. That's why we are here checking this out. But then she does custom pops as well. She's gotten into that kind of recently, somewhat recently, but you know, already she's doing it on a pretty regular basis, and she does share that on her channel as well. Now, before I let her share her video with you all, I just want to say real quick, one of the main things she focuses on her channel is subscription box unboxings, and I've noticed that not as many people do those anymore, and I think that's mainly because a lot of subscription boxes have kind of died out, you know. But that is one thing that she continues to do, and like I said, she shares her custom pops, and you know, she has some other things going on. I'm not going to say too much. I will let her speak for herself. And before I play her video here, I do want to congratulate her for recently passing 300 subscribers, and I hope you all will consider checking out her channel. Like I said, I'm going to link the video down below, and I'm going to go ahead and let her speak for herself here now.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Funko Features. Yay! I want to take the opportunity first to thank Franklyn FM for the opportunity of being a part of his Funko Features. Really don't know what to say. I've been collecting Funko Pops for probably about 5 to 6 years now. I believe my first 3 I still actually have. It is Black Suit Spider-Man. Oh gosh. I know it's Black Suit Spider-Man. We'd have to take a walk over there on the other side of the room. But as you can see here, I've got a few things that are set up. My Nightmare Before Christmas, Sailor Moon, my Horror Pops, my Star Wars, some Disney, or excuse me, Nickelodeon. And of course I've got a few over here. I will also collect a bunch of other knickknacks and horror-related stuff. So let's walk over here to the other side of the room, and I'll share a few more. All right, over here we have my Stranger Things. Some are in box, some are out of box. I love being an out-of-box collector. You can just really see some of the artwork and the designs on it. Down here, oh, it was Punisher. I can't think of that little guy's name right there. This one right here. This one right here. I can't think of his name, but he was one of my first ones, and I'm sure somebody's going to be like, oh no. I've also got my little Hometown Hero versus Superman action figure. Millie likes to play with all these, my daughter, so I just let her sit there and play with these. They are nothing too, I don't want to say important, because all my figures are important, but they're not like the ones that, you know, if they break, they break. I can always get them new ones, so again, probably not really important, but anyway, let's move on. And over here we have pretty much my Deadpool collection. Kind of like FM, he has a thing for Harley Quinn. I have a thing for Deadpool, so there he is right there. I have a few customs. These two I actually did myself 3 years ago. The pink one I did for my mother for breast cancer awareness. This one we did for Splat Out for Cancer, where we shot balloons full of paint at a board. And I laid him down there, flipped him over a couple times just to get the good splatter. But and then I bought a few customs from some other people. I do have my fair share of DC. I do love Batman, but I'm more of a Marvel person. Now, let's go into the other room. Before we do that, I also have my fair share of comic books and celebrities that I've met. So, now for the other room. Alright, so in here is basically my overflow of stuff that I'm trying to trade off. We won't get too much into that because that's not what this video is about. What it is about, or what is it getting ready to be about, also, is my Funko Pop table. Well, craft table, I guess. I've started customizing Funko Pops. I've got a few ideas ready in the works. I just finished up my glitter Pink Ranger. I have been getting into glitter. I have a few ideas for some other things. I just bought some epoxy. I have some clay. Getting ready to customize this little cutie for Mr. FM. Can't wait to see how that turns out. Been experimenting with some metallic acrylic paint. I can understand now why Funko does not use black acrylic paint. It does not work so well unless it's a bare white pop. And I guess for what they want to do with it, it would not work. But that is my craft table. I've got a few things in the graveyard, and then I've also have my complete collection of Bob's Burgers. I have Big Boy. I have a Mr. Toad, which I won in a raffle. I have a Batman. Have the complete set of Doug. The first Wreck-It Ralphs. I think I said Tom and Jerry, I don't remember. And then a few others that I have. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. And again, thank you FM for the opportunity of being a Funko feature. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
So she showed you all the Betty Boop Pop that I sent her way. And I had this extra Sweetheart Betty Boop Pop because I accidentally ordered two of them. I ordered one from Hot Topic, one from Entertainment Earth. Ended up with both of them actually on the same day. I think they arrived, or at least pretty close together. I think it may have been the same day though. But, you know, regardless, since I had this extra one, I immediately thought to myself, it would be cool to get this customized. And I've been checking out her customs on Instagram. So I sent it her way and she hooked it up beautifully here. I think she did an amazing job with that. And I was highly impressed. And then check this out. You know, she sent me a very unexpected surprise here. This holiday Harley Quinn with the red and green, which I'll be honest is something I've been wanting for a while. And I thought Funko would have done it by now because they did the Rock Candy figure of these, you know, with these colors. So yeah, I thought the pop would have been on the way by now. And I know it'd been rumored here and there, but you know, regardless, I have one now. And BLuv's Place, she did an awesome job with it. Love the look of both of these figures here. And I will find a good spot for both of them within my collection. Of course, the Harley Quinn is going to go with my Harley Quinn collection. That's a no-brainer there. But again, you all make sure that you check out her channel. Like I said, you know, she has a lot going on there. She does unboxing, she does hauls, of course, and she does, you know, the custom pops as well. And as a matter of fact, she has a video coming up. She's going to actually show how she did the custom Betty Boop here. So definitely make sure you check that out. I think she plans to have that up on Valentine's Day. So again, check that out, you know, when you get the chance for sure. And I might even come back to this video. I'm going to link one of her videos down below, but after she puts up that particular video, I may come back and change out the video link for that particular video. So just be on the lookout for that. And like I said, you know, check her out. And if you like her content, definitely subscribe. So that is almost going to do it for this edition of FM's Funko Features. But I got to point out this awesome custom here by Duval Customs of David Bowie. When I saw this, that he had posted this up on Instagram, I was like, I'm so glad that I hadn't done this video yet because that looks awesome. And I know a lot of people really want to see, you know, more music artists, including more David Bowie pops. I mean, technically, you know, they haven't really done him as a music artist yet. But yeah, this one here is fantastic. I absolutely love the look of that. I think it's very cool. And you all let me know what you think about his work. Like I said, I just like that he focuses on music artists. Definitely want to see more music artists from Funko, you know, as official pops as well. But yeah, again, thank you to John, Duval Customs, and BLuv's Place for being a part of this edition of FM's Funko Features. You know, I'm going to try to keep this rolling. Like I said, as long as the support is there, I'll keep this rolling. And we'll see how things go with this series. But definitely give me some feedback. You know, I look forward to the feedback on this. And again, I got to say thank you to everybody for checking this out and for the individuals that participated. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to comment, all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you all again real soon.